And a question before, there's a lot, having nerdy conversations about venture. That we talk about that. There aren't that
Same.
many people that have the interest and the knowledge. I think sometimes you have one or the other. And then,
Yeah.
but when you're at the bar, and as a bartender, do you eavesdrop on like what people are talking? And if it's interesting to you, do you engage into some sort of extra thing? Like, because we all have moments like that in life. They don't have to be serving them drinks, but there's something maybe in an elevator or a line, or was it like that for you? And then I always appreciate when you take risk and you get rewarded for it.
Totally. Well, as far as I'm concerned, there's two types of people in the world, like people that eavesdrop and say they do, and then people that eavesdrop and say they don't, you know? So I'm happy to say I'm one of those people that fesses up to it. So yeah, you do that. I mean, I don't know, I don't think you're asking whether I was eavesdropping on Jim's conversation, but I do recall being like,
no, you know what I'm talking about.
whoa.
It's more kind of like
No,
sit
on everybody.
oh,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
for
no
sure.
no
And
by
of
no
course you
means.
do.
There are no traps here. It's more kind of like just you're at this for instance, today's Coinbase's IPO, and you're walking out and you're in a line.
Yeah.
Someone talks about it, and you're like, you make a comment out of it. It's just
Yeah,
us as monkeys.
totally. Well, you look,
kind of like
I think you have to,
Yeah.
honestly, as a bartender, I mean, it's like you might make somebody a drink and have them be like, God, this is a shitty drink. I mean, that's something that like, maybe you don't address. But so anyway, you do, right? And I have no shame in saying I do. But totally. And there's some interesting things. And then there are times when you're just like, I just want to go home, man. I'm not trying to like listen to this sob story or, whatever it is. And so there's a lot of times when you're sort of also a little vulnerable as a bartender, right? You're just sort of like right there in someone's face, and you're, kind of trying not to talk to them, but they're like the only person sitting there. But I'll tell you, it's an amazing place to have conversations. I'm sure you've been on, that side of it. And I think, as a bartender, you're actually like having conversations with all these people coming and going, and just in one night,
yeah,
and so I always really enjoyed that. That was cool.
nice.